is a pyramid. This is the pyramid. Alright guys, so this is my archaeologist John.
Hi, good morning.
Do you mind, can you hold the mic when you talk?
Okay, hi, good morning to everyone.
Good, great.
Yes, my name is Johnson. I am a local archaeologist in Nasca Valley. But obviously, I try to share my knowledge about the Nazca civilization. And it's very interesting to understand first, the Nazca civilization, it has 2,000 years. And that it means it's a civilization before Incas. But nowadays, archaeologists, we are studying, for example, the Great Pyramid. The pyramid you can see in front, on the right side, and you can see one of the many pyramids which has been built 2,000 years ago. And nowadays, some archaeologists say maybe this is the biggest mud city around the world, or the city made in clay. And the whole area, it has 24 kilometers square. But also, archaeologists, we have found a graveyard, cemetery, which probably the people who live in the pyramid 2,000 years ago, they has been buried, obviously, in this graveyard or cemetery. And now, I'm gonna show you one of the mummies, still in good condition after 2,000 years. Follow me, please. You can see this is part of the shoulder. This is original, but unfortunately, this is the way, obviously, how the great rovers came to this area maybe 40 or 60 years ago. Because the great rovers, still today, they are trying to find treasures. And what kind of treasures? Obviously, great rovers, they are trying to find textiles, pottery, because they know the Nasca pottery is some of the most beautiful pottery. 2,000 years ago, they made some of the most beautiful pottery, many colors. And great rovers, especially in the midnight, come to this area and they start to excavate and they found the tombs. And the tombs are not too deep, but they find the mummy and they pick up the mummy and the mummy is thrown away because they are looking only for treasures. What happened with the mummies? The mummy is exposed to this weather, get to destroy, and this is one of the examples. You see, it's a part of the shoulder of the mummy. And obviously, archaeologists, every time we find this kind of mummy, and archaeology we have the knowledge in bioanthropology, and we can determine, for example, the sex and also the age of this person. I'm gonna tell you about. Everything here is original. Everything here is original, 2,000 years. And cemeteries like this can be seen around the Nasca Valley, more than 70 graveyards. And we can see the human bones, you can see the textiles, look at the pottery, look at this mummy, look at this mummy. Look at this, look at this. Look at this. Look at the face. Look at the face. And indeed, the ancient Nazcas, they knew how to make the mummification process. And after 2,000 years, we can see the skin on the face is in good condition. Look at the hair of this mummy. Look at the hair. And archaeologists, we try to study, and then we discover many secrets about the mummification 2,000 years ago. But we believe in ancient time, when one person died, the body of this person has been mummified immediately. But why immediately? Because Nazca, the weather, is too hot. The decomposition of the body was very quick. And the Nazcas, they needed to mummify immediately the body. But you can see even some of the mummies had the long hair, 3 meters, 2 meter long hair. In some cases, the mummies, they had a tattoo, exactly. But I tell you one secret about this mummy. Yeah. You can see Apophysis mastoidum, when it's like 2 centimeters, that it means is a man, is a man. Okay. When it's a female, it's just half centimeter, very small. Okay. Exactly. This is one of the point which archaeology we study for determining the sex. For example, and also the eyes. The eyes, because the shape of the whole of the eyes, the shape. When it's a circular shape, is a female. Rectangle shape is a man. Is a man, for example, and we can see this is probably is a man, is a man. But how can we know? How can we know the age of this person? Obviously, archaeologists we study the teeth, because the disintegration of the teeth give us information about the age. But you can see, or maybe we can study the lines, feature lines in this area. You can see,
Yeah.
because when we are baby, this line is open, and then we grow, 20 years, 30, 40, 60, 70. Sometimes this line fade away. It means it's an old person.
This one.
We can say, no, through the evidence, I can say this is a person, approximately, look at the teeth, here, look at the teeth, maybe 40 or maybe 35. Because the mortality in ancient time was 60 or maybe 55-year-old mortality. 1 meter 45 centimeters, and the men 1 meter 65 centimeters.
Short.
Very short people.
Very short people.
Yes, short people.
Still short.
Welcome to the Kawachi Pyramid.
Chino, tienes 30 minutos. Chino,
Yeah.
30.
Okay, and still today we are making excavation
Chino, estoy-
in this pyramid, and you are looking only 3% of excavation. In 3%, there are 34 pyramids more behind the Great Pyramid. Okay. Well, now we are going to get to the base of the pyramid. Let's go. Okay. Well, welcome to the Kawachi Pyramid. Maybe the capital, the center of power of the Nasca civilization. 2,000 years before Incas. And still today, archaeologists, we are making the excavation of the pyramid, trying to discover many secrets about this society. And whole the area, it has 24 kilometers square. And it's believed maybe 2,000 years ago, this was the capital and the center of power of the Nazca civilization. Let's go to see one of the pyramids. Oiga, doctor. Acá estamos, un ratito. Ahí está bien. Well, approximately in the year 1980, this pyramid was discovered for first time by an Italian archaeologist whose name is Giuseppe Orefici. He started the excavation, and the first evidence was to find a structure of the pyramid and walls and stairs. And you can see the pyramid, for example, on the left side, and you can see some of the structures. You can see the wall, but obviously one of the how can I say, of the first excavation was in the left side area. But the main material, you can see the main material which the ancient Nazcas they use it is clay or mud brick. But one of the first evidence which we have found about, for example, offering, because probably the main function of the Kawachi in ancient time was like a ceremonial place, and it's believed 2,000 years ago, the Nasca people, maybe 500, 600 people, they needed to walk many kilometers, and they came to the pyramid, and they brought pottery, they brought food, and they brought also, very special, they brought human head, we call trophy head. And when these people, they get to the pyramid, they gave this offering to the priester, and probably the priester was on the top of the pyramid, and they gave this offering to the priester, and this offering was buried in a different level of steps, because the pyramid, the shape, it has many steps. And then the priester, he started the ceremony, and the people, they've been probably dancing, or maybe they've been in the rituals, or in many of these square, because has been found many square in the pyramid. And maybe this ceremony lasts 5 or maybe 6 hours, and after this ceremony, all these people which came, they come back to their ancient cities. Kawachi was like a, probably like a church today. No? For example, we compare today the people go to the church Sunday and Monday is nothing. No? And that's the reason. And now in this moment we're gonna get into to the base of the Great Pyramid. And we call this pyramid the Great Pyramid. And we can see the steps, we can see the walls, and we can see the doors. But for archaeologists, has been a big surprise to find, for example, potteries and beautiful potteries. I want to show you one of the potteries. Exactly. This pottery, for example, belong to the Nasca civilization. We can see how the Nascas, they made the potteries perfectly, and they had a good knowledge for painting the pottery. And after 2000 years, the pottery is in good condition. Nothing has changed. The color is intact. But we can see also how this pottery representing a Nasca warrior. Can you see in one hand is holding a head, in the other hand is holding a knife. And this is the scientific proof for to say indeed the Nascas, they decapitate many people. But the other question for archaeology was why the Nascas abandon this place? Why disappear? How could disappear this pyramid 2000 years ago? Well, archaeologists and geologists, we determine definitely this people or this pyramid has been covered by a flooding, because probably it was raining on the highland on the left side. It was raining, but maybe for many hours or maybe days, and then came a flooding like an avalanche with brought clay and stones, and all the pyramid was covered by this flooding. But actually, we know through the geological research, the Nazcas, these people, they had 3 mega flooding, 3. The people maybe they escape. The first flooding came, the people escape, and then the people come back trying to restore this ceremonial place. And 100 years later came the second mega flooding, and the people escape and again come back. But number 3 was the most catastrophic. Maybe the Nazcas they come back trying to restore the ceremonial place, but in this case, the Nazcas, they saw how the children start to dying, babies and old people, because this number 3 mega flooding probably brought epidemic. An epidemic always kill first the baby, the children. And the Nazca, they saw this scenario, and the Nazca say, okay, we cannot stay in this place, we need to abandon this place. And the Nazca people abandon the pyramid and go to the north. And Kawachi was covered by this flooding for 2000 years. Yeah, especially archaeologists was very interesting to find the ramp. But why many ramps? Because we know in Nazca today we have many earthquake. And the same condition was in ancient time. In one earthquake, it's more easy to escape by the ramp than the stairs. And that is the reason why many ramp in Nasca has been built 2000 years ago. Okay. Well, this is Kawachi, and you are looking probably the biggest mud city around the world, 24 kilometers square. And behind the pyramid, columns. Yeah, but the tomb was plaster like this, plaster.
Oh, okay.
And we needed to break this, and inside we saw the mummy of the royal, like a royal priester. Royal, was a female. She
nice.
had maybe 14 or 15 year old, but she was buried with many treasures. Yeah, like a necklace made in gold. A bracelet made in gold and precious stones and 30 layers of textile.
So what they do with the stuff when they find them? They bring them in a museum?
Definitely go to the laboratory in the museum for the analysis. But that information, that is a good evidence, and tell us to archaeologists, definitely the women 2000 years ago in Nazca society, they had power.
Ah, I love that. I love that. You hear that? The national tomb were for the women. Only 3% of excavation is what I'm looking at. And it's already so big. They found a tomb that contained what they think was like a priest or someone that was royal, because they found gold and brass necklace and all of those stuff buried with the person. Apparently it was a woman as well. So the woman, what they've realized, women of Nasca had high power. So this is really dope. And that they were normally buried with their animals. So if they died and the animal was perfectly fine, they killed the animal so that in the other life they would have a companion. Wow, amazing.
You can see this cemetery belong to the local farmers.
Ah.
But I tell you one secret. You can see the crosses. All the crosses are looking to the east. You see?
Yeah.
But why? Because the mentality of the local farmers is the east is the point where the sun rises up. A new day, new life.
Ah.
Like the mummies, Nazca mummies.
No soy mentiroso que hay algunos que están por otro lado.
The biggest one around the world. We have found through the archaeological excavation, we have found like a human sacrifice.
Oh wow.
This is a kind of trophy head. Exactly. The Nazcas, they needed to probably chop off the head of the one of the many problems is the lack of water. The Nazcas don't rain too much.
Yeah.
And today we can see this weather.
Yeah.
Only probably today in Nazca only rain 2 hours per year.
2 hours per year?
Exactly, in Nazca.
Oh wow.
That is the reason why the ancient people, they needed to decapitate enemies, and they offered this trophy head to the god, asking for water. And it's very interesting how the Nazcas, they after to chop off the head of the enemy, they made a hole in the forehead, and then the brain come out, and then a rope was passed through the hole, and inside the rope was tied to the tongue. Has been tied to the tongue, yeah. And in some cases, the lips has been sewn up with a cactus thorn.
Oh wow.
But for archaeologists, we believe maybe the Nazcas, they needed to sew up the lips because the Nazcas, they thought, okay, you cannot talk me in this life and also in the other life.
Oh.
And we have found many thousands of these trophy heads around the Nasca Valley.
Oh wow.
Not only in the pyramid. And in some cases, the pottery can show us the evidence about what they did with the trophy head. You can see this is iconography of a Nasca warrior, which we can see clearly how the trophy head has been tied around the waist. You can see?
Yeah.
It's very interesting. And maybe the Nazcas, warriors especially, they made the ceremonies, or maybe when they've been in the wars, and they tie the trophy head around the waist, like a symbol of power, probably.
Oh, okay.
And I'm gonna show you. This is an Nazca god, the god. The name of the Nazca god we call Kong. Yeah, especially Kong is a kind of a figure which the face is a feline head and the body is human. It's half human, half animal.
Oh.
Similar like in Egypt. In Egypt you can see the Anubis. Anubis, their head is like a fox, but the body is human. And the Nazcas, they share the same mentality probably. Well, in the name of this god, probably the Nazcas, they made also human sacrifice. But I'm gonna tell you, one of the most beautiful pottery in South America is Nazca civilization. They made the most beautiful pottery because they discovered more, or they used more than 12 or 13 colors in the pottery. And archaeology we call polychromy. It's completely different of the Incas. The Incas ceramics, I think we can see around 5-6 colors, but Nazca more than 10 colors. And that's the reason why archaeologists, we say the Nazcas, they made the most beautiful pottery in all South America.
Yeah.
Okay? And another another archaeological site in Nasca Valley is the aqueduct. Exactly. One of the many problems for the ancient Nasca was as I said before, the lack of water.
Yeah.
But the Nascas very clever. They knew about the water. Never was on the surface. The water was underground.
Yeah.
And
Ah.
the Nascas they have a built aqueduct, and due to this aqueduct, the Nascas could survive in these dry areas. And nowadays, many of these aqueducts, after 2,000 years, still today is working.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly. And well, Amanda, this is one of fantastic example of hydraulic engineering system. And due to this ancient aqueduct, my ancestors 2,000 years ago, they could survive in these desert areas. But please, you are looking the structures. You are looking after 2,000 years how this ancient aqueduct is working. But archaeologists, we believe, in ancient times, the Nazca, definitely, they had knowledge in geology because they knew the water always was underground. And the Nazcas, probably a group of people, and came to this area and they started first making an excavation. Because if you see, Amanda, you can see we are approximately 10 meters or maybe 20 meters underground.
Yeah.
You see? And the Nazcas, they needed to excavate here. And 20 meters underground, the Nazcas, they have found the water table, the aquifer. And once the Nazcas, they have found the aquifer, and then the Nazcas, they brought round stones from the riverbed. The riverbed, Amanda, is located 100 meters on the right side. And you can see there. Okay, and then this open channel, after 80 meters long, take the water to the big lagoon, like a big lagoon. We call cocha in Quechua language, cocha. But when this lagoon, get full of water, and the Nazcas, they made a kind of dam, and then the water escaped and to irrigate all the desert areas. And then the desert was converted in green. The water decreases because not too much rain on the highland. And this is the way how the Nazcas could survive in these dry areas. And you can see, it's completely how can I say, a difference of because it's ya lo robaste, no pierdes tu costumbre.
We can have from the cactus.
Yeah.
First with the fruit, then this egg set.
Oh, that's the thing they used to make like dyes and stuff.
Yes.
Oh.
We call cochinilla.
Cochinilla.
I don't know if a person like this, you will find the color, okay? See?
Ah.
If you put salt on it, it gets lighter.
Oh, okay.
If you put lime on it, it gets darker.
Oh, okay.
It's so different actually. Where's your shit? Just right here, right there, right there.
Shit, right here.
Okay, there you go.
Oh, right here. Oh, no. It's cute. I like it. The yomo?
Lomo.
What's that?
Lomo al jugo.
What's that?
That I told you, it came with mixed rice and beans, like they fried.
With the beef.
With the beef also.
Oh, okay.
So try then lomo al jugo.
That's with the beans?
With the beans, sí.
Okay, yeah.
Ya, el que te pidió, el que te pedí. Y otro para ella, lomo al jugo con frijol y arroz. Al jugo, lomo al jugo.
Oh, this is the lomo of Kugo. Oh, okay. This is the plantains. Oh, so these are fried beans.
Yeah.
That's good.
Good? Tell ya? Oh, that's good. Have you tried already the patacones? The plantain?
I haven't tried it as yet. Can't think of.
Y el arroz, compañero.
I love it here. The food is fooding. The food is fooding. It's giving what it's supposed to give. See that?
Señorita, ¿la escucho?
Wow.
Ya,
This is good.
Yo estoy aquí en Palpa, voy a salir de más
Very
o menos,
good.
no sé, una
¿Tres?
Yeah.
media
Yeah.
horita salgo para allá. ¿Sí? Yo lo tengo, yo conozco. Voy a tratar de ir lo más rápido, ¿ya? Ya, no se preocupe, Ya,
Yes, yes.
ya sé
No, no, Batam.
Ya. Sí, yo lo estoy llevando. Yo y el guía y la señorita. ¿Ya? Sí.
Tarjeta ahí. So all of this is pisco, but macerated with different flavors. For example, this is passion fruit. This probably is popcorn, I guess.
Canela.
Actually, that's cinnamon. That's popcorn. This one here is.
Este es piña,
Oh, that's pineapple.
jamaica con fresa.
Wow, Jamaica and strawberry. This one here is orange, I guess. This
Kion,
one is
hierba luisa.
lemongrass and ginger. A pesar de kipa, anís nahar, this
Sí,
anís.
ese como bajativo lo utilizamos.
Anís. So they can do this with, ¿cómo me dijiste? Con Everest, ¿no?
Sí, o
Con Everest o
con una agua tónica de quinoa. Son una
oh,
marca
tonic
nacional.
water. Which
Una
this
marca
one is
nacional.
with a little sip of lime on it. It should be good, yeah.
It's good.
It is.
Yeah, this is good.
You know, by the ocean
looks-
when it's so hot.
Yeah.
That's
It
good.
looks like a drink that we have in Jamaica called sorrel.
Okay.
Sorrel in Mexico is called hibiscus.
Okay. Okay. So same hibiscus then.
Yeah, but we put a lot of rum in it and ginger.
Okay. This
So
is
there's-
not alcohol. It's just like yeast. Not alcohol on it. Okay, got it. Oh, imagínate esto con
But it has the
pico.
same color.
Okay.
So this is the purple corn. This is the
Right. That's why we boil it, and
Yeah.
you know, we boil it with cinnamon and you know, like the skin of
the